Welcome to Bowling Green, Kentucky, home of Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky. We're expecting a full house, and they are more than ready to get things started. In this one, two teams from Conference USA squaring off in a weekday clash to set the table for the weekend ahead. As we'll see, the Kennesaw State Owls taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hilltoppers will put total leather and we'll get started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Owls.
What a way to start a game. Coaches always talk about from the opening whistle being locked in and being loaded and being ready to go. Taking the opening kick back for a touchdown, man, it doesn't get better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Jefferson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. The inside handoff. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Man, that D tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Finley. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he's playing with fire, and he's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Still on his feet at the 45. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
On the option. He'll pitch it. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls.
Way to make a split-second decision by that quarterback. He sees this defender commit. Boom. Pitch the ball. Not only pitch the ball, on target. So now the running back can catch it. He didn't have to reach behind him. He didn't have to reach in front of him. Caught it. He did the rest. Turned on the Jets. Got to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Back to pass, it's Finley. Looking down the middle. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 30. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here comes the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Pulls it and fires to the left. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
All right, this offense just keeps trying to pound the ball into the end zone down tight, but the defense, they're very, very physical. So I think you got to think about either a perimeter run, a potential run-pass option, or let your quarterback try to go make a play throwing.
It's still 3rd and goal. Now on the option. Running with power. He's knocked down in the backfield, a swarming defense, and he'll lose 7. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas State managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one. Don't blame the weather there in San Marcos this week. These Bobcats are to blame for this one being so close. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Got the quick completion. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
That RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
They needed only 1 yard. Good job by the offensive line, getting just enough push to keep this drive alive.
Now on 1st down from the 30. To the ground, he's got it again. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter.
Kennesaw State, 16. Western Kentucky, 0.
We'll start the quarter offense, about to snap it on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Finley. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. At the 45, on its way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Finley. Got his man quickly.
You see it more and more. Smaller wide receivers. I don't care about their size anymore. I put them in the slot. I let them get a good matchup. They're so quick, people can't get their hands on them. They make plays, and I feed them the football. These are guys that have a lot of catches throughout a season.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And the Hilltoppers looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they stop the 4th down pass. The defense gets off the field.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. On the option. He'll toss it. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll run the option. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. A 3rd and long coming up here. He's got it again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
Sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Timeout is called by the receiving team. Not sure what that one's about.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half.
Afterburners coming. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches.
Unleashes one deep. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
They'll run the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Unloads to the wideout. And it's his 4th interception of the night. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Kennesaw State 23, Western Kentucky 0.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jefferson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece, and this is coach speaking, very simple. I score, I get a stop, I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
He makes a catch. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Snagged in the middle, it's Smith. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Just steamrolling the defense. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. These red zone trips, Red has meant stopped. They've gotten nothing in 3 previous tries. Back to throw, it's Finley. He caught it, takes it to the house. Touchdown, Topper. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
On second down, looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. On the option. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on, bottling him up. That's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that, dude. They score here. We're in for it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He makes the connection. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back.
And that pass picked off.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when they're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Fires to the wideout. And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Kennesaw State 23, Western Kentucky 6.
We've got this third down play to open the quarter. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, bringing all these tight ends in the game, you'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Gets it out fast. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. And that can really take the wind out of a defense's sails when you convert with a fourth down completion.
Great chemistry there between the quarterback and his target. Fourth down, you got to have it. You got to be on the same page, and they were there.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's now second and goal.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Owls! And the pummeling has started. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Yeah, and it's fourth and goal, and it's go time. I got to push people around. Look at the offensive line doing a really good job getting those guys moved back, creating a little hole for the running back, and he does the rest on fourth and goal and gets the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more
The 20.
They get him on the ground at the 20. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond? He's taking the shot. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just
going up top. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
The option look. Now the pitch. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls. And the route is on. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back. Put a good drive together.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Using the quick game. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is.
He's looking deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Really need positive yards on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll snap it from the 44. He finds his man.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives, and coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the 4th quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Goes to the option. Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big 1st down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to a running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
First down here for the offense. Quarterback will take a knee. The defense can stop it one more time, but we are close to being all she wrote. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games.